Right, let's go. So, completed blah 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 blah. So, most of you have seen, I completed Wild Horse 200 about 3 weeks ago. What a journey. But I'm going to do a video maybe later on about what I did during the journey, what well, what didn't go so well, not much actually, but you know, I'll still have a look and maybe do a debrief on that. But this video is basically about what's happened to me since Wild Horse, the physical and the mental, and what I did, what happened to me, what I'm doing going forward basically. This is quite a topic that not many people touch on. Like after an event, after like your goal 10k, half marathon, marathon, ultra, 100 miler, and it kind of, this one hit me a bit more than I thought, being a 200 miler. So I'm not trying to take away anybody who's done a marathon and then they hit this brick wall of physical and emotional needs, but this is kind of what happened to me after doing Wild Horse 200. So if you like this topic, give us a like, subscribe. I'm going to do more content on this kind of stuff. So let's get into it. So the physical stuff that happened to me after doing Wild Horse. So obviously sleep deprivation. I only had 3 hours sleep in the 90 hours or something that I took to complete the Wild Horse 200. So obviously I fell asleep in the van. Fell off the chairs. My fiance hit, so put the brakes on and everything moved, and I kind of moved thinking I'd land on the bag moved, I moved, and I just went slam on my hip. Laughed my head off, but then I climbed back up and I just fell asleep, and I didn't wake up until I got back to my fiance's. But the sleep deprivation sort of hit me for probably about 2 weeks, maybe even, this is the 3rd week now, and even now, every now and then I'll have a sort of a nana nap, but the first week I was definitely having nana naps nearly every day, two times a day. My body was just crying out for sleep. So I'd sleep in the evenings, and then obviously I'd be up in the daytime, not doing much, and I just have nana naps all over the place. And then obviously when I'm trying to drift off to sleep in the night time, I get sort of restless legs, sort of twitchy legs. So, you know, if any of you get any of these symptoms, please give a comment down below. And if there's anything I've missed, please let me know, because I'd be interested to find out what you guys have had compared to what I've had. But yeah, I just had leg twitches, sort of my feet would just stop going and twitch, and I couldn't quite drift off to sleep, and then I would, and then I'd wake up in the middle of the night just with a random twitch. So again, I think that's maybe electrolyte problems, maybe in my body, or my muscles just spasming. And then for the first 2 nights, oh my days, the night sweats were appalling. So I remember waking up the first night in my fiance's house, and I went to the toilet, and I got up and I was like, I felt like I'd been in a sauna. I was just dripping with sweat just all over my body. Went to the toilet, come back, tried to go into bed, and the bed was just covered in just water and sweat. It was just wringing. So I had that for 2 nights. So I think my body was just trying to get rid of all toxins and whatever, but that was something I've never experienced before. So again, if you've experienced this, leave a comment below. Second thing was like swollen feet. I couldn't see my ankles. I'll see if I got a picture that I'll try and post up. But yeah, I couldn't see my ankles, couldn't see my knees, and bizarrely, I couldn't even see my wrist. So I've got this like little red ribbon that me and my fiance have got. And it's swollen that much, it just kind of, I don't know if I can show it, just sort of just swelled over it, and I couldn't see that little red ribbon go around my wrist. It was bonkers. Even my fingers were like wide and sausagey, and my toes were just, yeah, it was just odd for like, I'd say 3 or 4 days. So I'm laying down, got my feet up, resting my feet, and then as I've gone to get up to go somewhere, get some food or some nibbles or something, all the water or the blood just rushed down to my feet, and I'd just be aching again, just from swollen feet. So then also pins and needles in the tips of my toes, bizarrely. We were in a group chat, and we were all posting about how we were recovering and stuff, and so many of the people in the group chat were saying the same thing about pins and needles in the tips of their toes. So odd. I still not quite got feeling the tip of my left big toe. It's almost there. It's getting better. I can feel bits, but it's still a little bit tingly at the moment. And obviously you got bruised feet. I mean, you're on your feet for 3-4 days. So the bottoms of my feet were bruised. Some of the blisters have now gone, and I've got fresh skin. Thank God, but it's still got that flappy old skin, so I'm having to peel it, cut it off, and deal with that, moisturise my feet. So I've got these little notes. Another physical thing, my resting heart rate jumped from, I think it was like 50 up to 61, 64, 65 beats. I think sort of something to do with the stress levels my body was going through as we're going through it. So again, on my Garmin, it was showing that I was highly stressed for about 2 weeks. It's kind of dropped down now. We're at kind of a nice level. I'm not stressed anymore. My HRV, my heart rate variability as well, it sort of fell by 20 points or heartbeats. It wasn't the highest anyway, but for me it was a good average for my average, and then it's just gone boom. So again, it's building that back up again. I think that's to do with my sleep again. So, excuse me, beard hair. So yeah, just everything. My whole body was just like sorting itself out. Just getting the general aches and pains for a couple of weeks. Quads just started to feel normal now. I mean, I went for a massage, and the only thing I really found was like a little knot in my left quad. Didn't go in too deep, obviously, because it was still fresh. But yeah, it's just overall not too bad. Just that little knot in my quad. So I've been trying to sort that out. And been odd with my food. And if anybody knows me, I love my food. I will eat nearly everything off the plate, and if there's any extra chips going around, I'll nibble on them. But it's just been really odd. I've been having little snacks one day, not eating much, and then the next day I'll be ravenous and I eat a full bowl of stuff, and then I dip in and out of bits and bobs. Just didn't really feel like it. And then I felt like it was, and one bizarre food that I wanted to eat, so literally the day after, going to Tesco's, me and my fiance, and I looked at some peaches, and I was like, I want peaches. I need peaches. So I just grabbed some peaches, tinned peaches, got home, and I just ate these peaches. And then when I Googled, I know you shouldn't Google everything. When I Googled it, it's sort of, I must have been low in vitamin C, because peaches are quite high in vitamin C, apparently. So again, let me know if you had any weird food things. I think I was pregnant. I was like, oh, I need peaches. And the other random bits and bobs I was just eating, bizarrely. So again, any of these physical stuff that you guys have suffered, or anything that I've not said that you have, something, some maybe weird and wonderful things, please let me know below. Let me just get my notes. Yes, a couple more little things. So there's another little thing I've got with my, not an injury, but just a slight little niggle on the inside of my left ankle. So just round, so say that's your, I can't do it, but yeah, just on the inside of your left ankle, just coming underneath it. It's just a slight pain when I go to touch my toes, bizarrely. Yeah, it's really bizarre, but again, you Google it, and it's just fair. It's just been overworked, and I think 3 or 4 days on my feet is gonna overwork your feet. So it's been getting better steadily over the last 3 weeks. So today's been probably a good day. Not really felt much. It's just a tiny little bit when I'm doing stretches, and then. So just back to the sleep, just to round this all off for the physical stuff. Been having really vivid, weird dreams. I mean, the only one I can really remember now, but I've been waking up going, that was really odd, what the hell was that about? But the one I really remember is my mum being stabbed while she's cycling on the way to work. Now, she hasn't worked for years. And yeah, it's just like, I woke up thinking, oh my God, what has happened to my mum? She's fine, don't worry. But yeah, it's just really weird. So yeah, that's all the sort of physical stuff, I suppose. Don't think there's anything else. So we're going to the next category. Now, this is quite a big one in my opinion. It's the mental side of when you finish a big event. So it could be, like I said, your 5K, 10K, half marathon, say you've done London Marathon, that's your big goal or something, or just completing a marathon or an ultra marathon, your first ever one. Completing a 100 miler, and this is the first time I've done a 200 miler, and it's kind of hit me harder doing this one than any of the other events I've ever done. So yeah, my mental sort of health was basically all over the bloody place, if I'm honest. I've been hitting sort of every emotion going. So I was angry at random little things just bizarrely, like if I looked at the door and it was open, I'd be like angry, why are you open? Or just, yeah, just bizarre stuff. Not like angry where I'm going to punch a wall up. No, I'm not like that. But just like just being annoyed, I suppose, at just random little things like why is the fork not in the right place? Or just just going, oh my God, this is just stupid. Like in my head now, I'm thinking back and I'm like, that was just stupid, man. What are you doing? Again, like teary or upset at random points in the day, just for no reason. Just randomly going, oh my God, what is going on in my body? Then sort of just feeling a little bit anxious at times. I don't know why I'd be anxious, but just random little things just like creep up, just out of the blue. Just like, whoa, I feel like nauseous or my stomach's going and just bizarre. And then just sort of like brain fog and forgetfulness and just feeling bleh, just nothing. Just like there for like 2 hours, just going, what have I done? It's just, boom, just my mind just, bizarre. So, and then just for feeling blue at times, and then all of a sudden you feel really high. I'm like, oh my God, I've run 200 miles. That's amazing. And then, so you have a bit of a roller coaster of a ride with my emotions, and it's been an eye opener. So, I mean, again, if any of you have felt any of these, please drop a comment and a like and subscribe sort of down below. I think it's really important that we sort of share this, because once you've done an event, it's amazing. You've got your medal, you've got your number, you've got your memories, you've got your pictures. For me, obviously on this, I've got my video, and it is good to look, but I still haven't watched my whole video yet back. I'll probably save that for a couple more weeks when I'm ready for it, I suppose. Or even just in a month's time, just get a bit of nostalgia. Go, oh my God, look at that, I run 200 miles. But I mean, it's amazing you finish an event and you get your medal and pictures and stuff. And then what happens after that? I think you've built yourself up, or I've built myself up for the last sort of two weeks. See, brain fog. Over the last sort of 6, 7, 8 months. And then to do it is an amazing achievement. And anybody that's completed or attempted or toed the line at the start, hats off to you for being there. And then hats off to you for doing what you could. And even more sort of kudos to the ones who managed to get to the end, because you have to either have, I think this comes down to 80% mental fortitude, sort of, and a 10% sort of physical, 5% luck, and 5% just sorting yourself out. I don't know, maybe that's a bad analogy, just thinking off the top of my head then. But it's going back to this mental side of things, like you've done it, you've got your medal. What now? Like, you've built yourself up, you've done it. And I think that's where your mental strength needs to kick in more than during the event. Like I said, I suffered ups and downs, ins and outs, just sat there doing nothing. I think the good thing is that we were in a part of a group chat and we were all chatting virtually the same stuff at the same time. It's so spooky. So anybody who's not done one of these, just check in with people. Or anybody that has done one of these, check in with people. I think we all have to check in with everybody at some sort of time just to make sure everyone's all right, because once you've done this 200, like, what's next? You know, I mean, I look at a 50k, I'm like, yeah, I could do that. Nothing at the moment is scaring me enough. I wanted to enter a 100 miler now in August, and then I've got a free entry for Wild Horse Mid Wales next year. So I've got races to look forward to now. So I suppose that's helped me, knowing that I've got stuff next year or this year planned. And I've got the Northern Traverse next year as well. So I've got some other big adventures. But again, once I've done them, like, what's next? And I've got to keep myself mentally and physically prepared to push myself. My fiance asked, when am I going to stop? I don't know. You know, I'm quite happy at this 100, 200 mile stuff. It's bloody tough, but yeah, it was just a bizarre thing afterwards. So we all just need to talk, just to support each other. And it's quite nice actually in that group chat to know that other people are, I say suffering then, we're going through the same stuff as you. And you go, oh, I've got this brain fog, it's not just me. Or, oh yeah, I am forgetful as well. It's not just me, or I've cried bizarrely, and not just me. Because we're not alone in this. And if anybody ever wants to reach out and just chat, I'm more than happy to on Instagram and stuff, just to get shit off your chest. Please do. So, we'll go on to what I have been doing or done. So I've rested for 2 weeks, literally just sat there, feet up, like I said earlier, swollen legs and ankles, and then it hurts. Slept when needed, so the nana naps really helped. Trying to eat real foods, not trying to just eat pot noodles like I did for the wild horse. I think I've just I say 90% of my diet has been proper real foods, trying to get my proteins back up and carbs back in and get all the vitamins and nutrients that I've needed. Try and drink water, and then probably add an electrolyte every morning. So I'm trying to just get my body all back up to fighting standards so we can go again. Do stretches virtually every day. The first week I didn't. I kind of let my body recover. Then I did soft stretches, and now I'm back into stretches every day, every morning. Foam roll, get the ball, stretches, and then do some elastic band work to get my mobility going. The more rest when needed. I suppose I'm trying to listen to my body a bit more over the next week or two, and even going further on than that. So I've learned so much from this wild horse experience. But the most important thing that I've learned is to talk. To talk to other runners, ones who have been in part of the 200, to talk to my fiance, to talk to friends, to family. If I've been feeling blue, I've just been reaching out, chatting to the group, chatting to my fiance, chatting to my brother, just random stuff, I suppose, even just to talk crap. But the support that we offer to each other has been amazing, and the support that you can offer to anybody is so important. You do not understand how important it is, even just to go, how are you doing today, mate? That just makes me go, yeah, I can talk to somebody. Because we sometimes, I think, as a human species, we don't want to talk, especially men. We don't reach out. Sometimes we don't know what to say, but just saying something is better than not saying it. So especially with this month being Men's Mental Health Month, again, just reach out, just chat. Even if you don't think they want to hear from you, they do. I'd rather speak to somebody than them not speak, and then they spiral, and then they feel blue. So just reach out, guys. That's just my little tidbit. Sounds rude, but my little bit. What else have I said? Realising, blah, blah. Yeah, just talk. And it's not just about these 200 milers. If you've done 100, I'm going backwards now. If you've done an ultra, if you've done a marathon, there's massive achievements, half marathons, 10Ks, couch to 5K, and you've done it. And you're like, wow, I've done it. And you get the blues afterwards, the runners running blues. It's so important to just nudge somebody and just go, you all right, mate? What are you doing now? You fancy a little run or talk or chat or just meet up? So, yeah. Just talk, guys. Anyway, I love the 200. I know I've just talked about, I'm sore in feet, or I didn't sleep very well, and night sweats, and I'm trying to talk all the negative stuff. But coming out of it positively, I've got such a much better mental strength than I thought I did. I've got more belief in my overall fitness. And like I said in the middle of this, I'm not scared of entering races now as before. I'd be like, that's 100 miler going over the top of the mountains, or like, there's an extreme event that goes up into the mountains in winter, and I'm like, it's giving me so much confidence to do what I didn't think I could do, I suppose. And that should be true for everybody. Like, if you do a first marathon, you can do it now. 10K shouldn't scare you. If you do a 10K or 5K shouldn't. If you do a 5K, just get out the door. Shouldn't really scare you too much. Once you've done something, you should feel confident enough to be able to, I can do this, and then look to what you could not improve, could challenge yourself with. And that's what I'm looking at now, trying to find challenges that not scare me, but can just push me again, and maybe get more experiences around the UK. So that's what I'm looking at next year. Get some more experiences and share them with you guys. And hopefully I'll see you guys on the trails. Again, drop us a like, drop a subscribe. Thank you very much. I do love all the support I had during Wild Horse. It was absolutely amazing. And I kind of do one of them loving things. I know I'm going to get slandered by my mates for that, but I don't care. It is true, guys. I do love you guys. All right, on that note, I'm going to go. edit this little video, and I'll catch you on the trails. Let's go, guys.